Hello everyone, it's Anissa from Color On Magazine and the Absurd Coloring Series, and today I'm going to show you how to color brightly like this. So a lot of times when I post these pictures, I get a lot of people asking how I got them so bright, and I'm going to show you in a few simple steps how you can do that too. These ones are from Baby Absurdians, and I've used the same technique for all of them. You can see they all have a bright element, and then they're kind of set against a neutral or darker background. And I'm going to show you a couple examples from my friend Jess Perna's book that's coming out shortly, where I use the same coloring technique. Okay, so to start, I'm going to be using this picture, and I'm going to be working in yellows to oranges. So just quickly, my two favorite mediums are pencil crayon and marker, and I almost always use Prisma for pencil crayon and Chameleon for marker. That said, you don't have to use Prisma to get this effect. It's a personal preference for me, and I like how they blend, and I also like their color selection. So you're gonna need to start by choosing 3 to 4 colors that range from light to dark. So for the orange, I'm gonna use a light yellow, a bright yellow, a medium orange, and then a dark orange. The last thing you're definitely going to need is the colorless blending pencil. That's a must. Okay, so you start by coloring well, I always start from the center, working my way out. Start with the lightest color and sort of color in like an explosion almost. You don't want even lines because when you try to blend, that'll show up. So sort of just jagged explosion like. I use a lot of pressure. I definitely don't color lightly. Now, working your way out, you're going to want to come back into the last color a little bit with your next color. And keep working your way out in an explosion. Uneven lines. So you work your way all the way from the lightest to the darkest in that same fashion. Always pulling into the last color just a bit. I have a little bit of a wobble on my camera because it's because the amount of pressure I use when I color. So this last color I'm using is almost a red, but it's not quite. It's a really, really dark orange, reddy orange. But you notice that all of these colors are in the same family, yellow, orange, red. So they work very well together. So again, just going over top a little bit and keeping your strokes uneven. So when you're finished, it doesn't look very good. But we're going to fix that. I'll just show you a close-up. Now you're going to take your blending pencil and you're going to work in from the darkest color to the light. So you're pulling down in down strokes like this in a full circle, basically. So you want some of the like big streaks to go in there because you want to pull a bit of the darker color in, right? And then just keep doing that. Pull those streaks into the center. But you notice I'm not really touching the center. I'm pulling in toward it. Now you're going to go the opposite way. So instead of coming down, you're going to be going sideways because you want to blend those streaks out. So same thing, and you work your way around in a circle, always going toward, from the dark in toward the light. So you're going to have to do this a couple times. So see, now I've worked out all those streaks. I still have that center that's really light. Now that I've pulled the initial color in, that's what I'm going to go over. I'll just wipe my tip off quickly. So I'm going to pull down again, going into the center. I'm going to work side to side, still leaving that center alone. And then as a final step, I'm not going to pull all the way from the dark into the light. I'm going to go just from here to here to blend that last piece, just so it gets a little bit of color, but not too much. And then you just go through, touch up little pieces that you didn't blend quite how you wanted them to. Go over the center one more time. And there you go. That's how you get that really bright look. So I'll just summarize quickly. You need 3 to 4. Now this would, because it's depending on the size, I should say, that's what I should start with. Depending on the size that you're working with, this worked for 4 colors. So we use the light, the bright, the medium, and then the dark. If you have a smaller section, I would eliminate the bright yellow and go from light yellow to medium orange to dark orange. If you were working in a section maybe as small as this troll, for example. And then the blending pencil, very important. Okay, I hope this helped you, and I'll be back later with some more videos.